Hey everybody, alright, we're back with our mystery tackle box. Everybody, welcome back. Alright, so today we're opening our mystery tackle box. Now I know for the last 6 months we've been doing like all of our fishing boxes together. Oh, we are using the SOA knife still. This is kind of starting to grow on me, and I don't care if it breaks because it's just, you know, a SHTF toss off folding knife, but it's starting to grow on me. But anyway, so I know that like the past 6 months we've been doing all of our fishing boxes in one video. Well, we're going to change that because I do have a fourth one on the way. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to do a new series, then we're going to call it Fishing Fridays. So every Friday I'm going to bring you a tackle box. Alright, so, and we're going to kick it off with the old G here, our old school one that we've been having the longest with our mystery tackle box. Now this is the trout and panfish box. For those of you that are unaware, the mystery tackle box, they're probably my favorite, but we're gonna do like an in-depth, you know, the good and the bad about all of these boxes. And one of the good things about these boxes is that they do divide it up by different types of fishing. So they have bass, they have walleye, they have inshore salt, and they have trout and panfish. We get the trout and panfish box. And the reason I chose that is because everybody does the bass boxes. And we have monster bass, which is bass. So I like the trout and panfish. And it gives an idea of like the different types of baits that you're going to get for a particular fish. And I think that that's important because then you know what to expect. Now, another great thing about the mystery tackle box is that you're not like, you don't have to stick with just that box. You can change it up, you know, every month if you want. You can go online to the website using the application or a laptop, you know, computer, whatever you have, Chromebook, whatever. And you can go in and you can change what box you're getting for each month. Like, I think like October, November time frame, the ice fishing boxes are coming back. So I might switch up to the ice fishing boxes just so that we get an idea of the difference between trout, panfish, bass, walleye, inshore salt, as well as the ice fishing. So, because all of these baits are going to be a little bit different. So that's one thing. And then of course they have different tiers, right? You've got, I think, 3 different tiers. We just have the basic one because, I mean, let's be honest, I can't go fishing yet. And so there's not a huge point in me getting a lot of baits in one box. Because I've gotten a lot of good stuff as we've seen the tackle box, which we're going to put our baits into our tackle box, which it happens to be right here under the desk. So we do have our Flambeau tackle box, which I love. And so upon completion of this box, we're going to be starting to put this stuff away. But with that said, so you have different tiers and you have different types of boxes. Another great thing about this particular box that I really like is that if you pay month to month, you pay $19.99. No shipping, it's just $19.99. Which just like with Grimm, it's a flat $20, $19.99. There's no hidden charges. That's what you pay. However, if you pay for 3 months, you pay less. So you pay less than $19.99. If you pay for 6 months, which is what I pay for, you pay less still. So let me go ahead and let me open the calculator here, just to give you an explanation. So I pay $116 every 6 months. That's for 6 boxes. So there's a little bit of change, but I'm not going to worry about that. It rounds down because it's less than $1. All right, so we're going to divide that by 6. Hold on here. 1, 9 point. Just a minute. Okay, so if you buy this monthly, like month to month, 6 months would cost you $119.94. However, so basically, so if you pay it by 6 months at a time, you're actually saving almost $4. I'll say about $3.50. Now, if you pay for a full year, you save even more. So, and it does go down pretty significantly. That's one of the nice things about this box. All right, so I really like that. Now let's get into the box. You know, and that's just something to think about. Like, the more you buy, if you like Mr. Tackle Box, the more you purchase at a time, the better a bargain you're going to get, which I think is important, because in that way you end up saving money in the long run. So, all right, let's get into this box. We'll see what we got here. Ooh, wow, sucker's loaded. All right, so put this off to the side here. Another couple nice things that I do like about Mr. Tackle Box, and again, we're not comparing them yet to anybody else, but we're just talking about this box itself. Another good thing is that you do get an MSRP card in the box. So they tell you what the suggested manufacturer's retail price is, right? That's the MSRP. And so a lot of times they'll say, you know, well, you're getting this much worth. And worth is kind of one of those crazy things, because if you don't like anything in the box, then it's worth nothing. If you like everything, it's going to be worth more. But they give you the MSRP value of everything, so that if you do like it and you were to go out and buy it, they're giving you roughly what, you know, they're going to make for selling that lure. And so what they tell you is that for $19.99 per month, you're going to get at least $25 worth of tackle. Now, there was one month I got like $24.80 something, you know, after you add it all up. But, you know, like, I'm paying less than $19.99. You know, I'm paying like, you know, $19.30. So I am paying less than the suggested, you know, than even that. You know, I save money. So the more you buy, the less you spend, the more value you're going to get out of these boxes as far as the MSRP goes. So the fact that they let you know what each of these costs individually, I think that's another plus. You know, that's another good point about Mr. Tackle Box. Now, then they also do this on the inside of the box. They do have a ruler. So, and ideally, what they do is they have, like, well, what you can do is if you I think they call it a slam or something like that. But basically, you catch your fish, you rule it up, and then you post that on their Instagram page. And I'm not sure if you win anything or not, but you might. It says here, catch, measure, share. But nah, there says there's a full contest. So yeah, share for a chance to win great prizes. So so that's a nice thing too. And then they always give you a really nice booklet. They call it a dibble. And one thing I do like about it is that doesn't matter which box you get, you're going to get the same one, because it covers, you know, bass, trout and panfish, walleye, and short salt. It covers them all in here. Now, one thing I don't like that they used to do on the back of these, they used to have like a game sheet, right? Or like they'd have like a Mad Lib or like riddles or something. Now they just have a picture of some impressive fish. But I mean, that's a minor thing. I mean, you know, if you're going to Mr. Tackle Box for jokes, you might be in the wrong place. But anyway, so let's get into this. We got our card out. All right. So first up, we do have, where are we at here? We have something from Lucky Strike. Oh, right here. And this is the Lucky Strike Crappie Magic. And it's a crankbait. So we're going to open this up because we're going to put it in our tackle box anyway. So let's get this out and we'll get a better look at it. And I will take a picture of it, and I got something. I want to take a picture of everything, you know, that we get, and then like at the end of the year, we're going to do like a mystery tackle box. This is what we got for the year, and same thing for all the other subscriptions that we have. So, but at any rate, there's your Lucky Strike Crappie Magic. And it doesn't have a color on here, but it's a tuning A crankbait, model weight depth, okay, action medium. Weight 3/16 of an ounce. Depth 2 to 4 feet. Length 2 inches. The Crappie Magic crankbait has an irresistible action that will attract many species that seek out small profile forage. There you go. We got a couple treble hooks on there. There you go. All right, so that's our first item. And oh, and I do like this. This is something that I do like. That made in the USA. I like that. That's a plus. So we got a Crappie Magic crankbait. Lucky Strike. And they're saying the MSRP of that is $7.99. And yeah, I mean, I've seen baits like this at our well, we only have 2 places in town to really buy lures and stuff. And comparable, yeah, that's about a price of what I would expect that to go for. All right, next up, we do have the Lunker Hunt Micro Stash, which is right here. And these are some soft baits by Lunker Hunt, and super soft, super stretchy, floating plastic, ultra durable, predator proof, and this is bubblegum color, as we can see. And I don't know what they're supposed to be, but there's 10 of them in there. But Lunker Hunt, that is a name that you can trust. Micro Stash, premium fishing products. Q. So there we go. Does have a resealable bag, so we'll see what they look like a little bit better here. There we go. I guess these aren't pheromones in it, so they are pretty stretchy. I guess if you're going through the water, those tails are going to flip a little bit, like that. There you are. I don't know what that's supposed to be. 3 salmon eggs? I don't know. But that's our first soft bait. And so that, of course, will go into the bottom of our tackle box, because we do have a lot of. That's where we're keeping all of our soft baits. And again, our tackle box is primarily trout and panfish, but I figure that doesn't necessarily mean that's all we'll catch on it. But you know, because you can catch a big fish on a little hook, you can't necessarily catch a little fish on a big hook. So that's something, and that's why a lot of those survival kits that you get come with those little, you know, like number 4 or 6 hooks that are not that large. If I get this back in here. Well, I'll put that back in a minute. All right, so next up we do have the Lucky Strike Tricolor Tube. And this is the other thing we have by Lucky Strike, another soft bait. Black, green, and yellow tricolor tube, and there's 25 of them in here. So that's another thing that's a good thing that I really like about Mr. Tackle Box is, I mean, we got 10 of these soft baits. We got 25 of these soft baits. Lucky Strike Soft Plastics gives the angler the best lure, body shape, styles, and actions to attract the wariest of fish. Lucky Strike uses top-grade components to produce solid hookups and lure performance you can depend on. So, but the fact that you got 25 of them in here, so it's not a sample pack. Some boxes they'll put in these things, you get like 3, and you know, you get like these sample packs. This is not a sample. There's 25 of them in here. That's fantastic. Good job. Oh, the MSRP for this is $4.99 for the Micro Stash. The SRP for this Lucky Strike Tricolor Lube is $3.99. So you got 25 baits in there for $4. So that's a pretty good bargain there. All right, so and usually we get 5 items. We got 6 items this month. So, and that's something that I'm never upset with. I mean, I think, you know, for the time that we've had it, I've never been upset with a box, and we'll talk about that in a minute too. But anyway, so next up we do have the Pro Strike Baits Trout Worm. That's this. These are Pro Striker Baits Trout Worms, fluorescent red, and yeah, these I can see these Pro Striker baits are constructed from premium soft plastic ingredients are made in the USA. These baits are designed and proven to catch fish and help you catch your limit every time. It doesn't say anything about... Oh, this is another 25 pack. So you get 25 soft worms in this one here. And this one actually has a Ziploc closure, so we can get one of these out. So there you go. Right. And there's... They got a little bit of the plastic on the sides, but that's not really going to make a difference where it cut. But yeah, see here, they're not terribly stretchy, but they'll do the trick. And I think that you get this on a hook. You get this on a hook. That tail's going to flop around like a real worm, almost like a red angler worm. That's what I used to catch those in the wild, and I'd fish on those, and I would catch all kinds of bluegill and crappie. So, yeah, 25 of them. So that right here, that's 50 soft baits. And these are probably good for more than one fish, you know, unless they completely eat it up. And they're saying that $3.79, and I think that that's reasonable for 25 worms. So, all right, moving on. We do have the Kinder's Outdoors Tungsten Hotspot Shrimp Glow. And that's going to be this right here. I'll get it out. It's hard to see in there. Let's see here. 1/32 of an ounce. Number 8 hook. Uka Jig Series Hotspot Shrimp. And it does look like a little tiny shrimp. And if I'm reading this right, it probably glows in the dark. Because it does call it a glow. And it does look like it has... But as you can see there, hopefully, it does look like a little shrimp. Let me hold it by the hook. Looks like a little shrimp. I don't think a fish is gonna know the difference. So looks like a little shrimp there. The hook is on that end, the eye hole. So pretty much it's just a standard hook with. But it does look like there might be something inside there that does glow in the dark. So it doesn't really say here. Bright, yes. Tungsten is dense and more sensitive than other metals. Free lighter baits and get down to the fish quickly. Bright glow, premium quality tie, dense tungsten, drops faster, eco-friendly. So, and of course we'll put this in the box as well. We do have a couple other micro... like these things like this, from what this is kind of these smaller ones. These are good for like ice fishing because you glow in the dark. You put them down there. So, and they're saying that the MSRP for that is $3.79. I don't think that that's like really crazy or anything. And then last but not least, we do have the Laker Crappie Jigs. 1/16 of an ounce. And we got 3. Can't really tell, but let's see if we do it this way. They've got like white fur and feather, good old jig head there. They're just the complete jigs. And these ones, sadly, are made in China, so I prefer the made in USA, but it is what it is. But these are only $1.49, and that's one of those things, right? You're gonna pay a lot cheaper for stuff made in China because it's made in China. So that's it. That's it for the month of July. That's so $7.99. Let's see here. So for less than $19.99, so I think it's like $19.33. We save like, you know, like 50 cents per box, so a little bit more. So we got 7.99 for the Crappie Magic plus 4.99 for the Micro Stash plus 3.99 for the Tricolor Tube. That's right, it's $16.97 right there, plus 3.79 for the bait, the worms, the bait worms. Plus that's put right there. So not counting the jig heads, or the shrimp, we've exceeded what we spent. So just in these four here exceed $19.99, $19.33. You know, but they exceed the actual you know. So now we're going to add in the others, and we're going to see if we do in fact hit or exceed $25 as Mystery Tackle Box claims. So, and then we got plus 3.79 for the glowing shrimp. Takes us to $24.55 plus $1.49 for the jig heads equals $26.04. So, true to their word, Mystery Tackle Box did in fact meet or exceed $25 of MSRP value on this Mystery Tackle Box. So, and that's that brings me to another point. They always, I think like one time I've had it like close to 25, but you know I pay less. So, oh, and then we always have a sticker. In this month, it is since 2012 Mystery Tackle Box. I like it. So, but another thing is I think that one of the things that I've read on a lot of websites when they're talking about the Mystery Tackle Box is that you get a lot of duplicates. But this is our 14th or 15th Mystery Tackle Box that we've gotten, and I can count the number of duplicates on one hand. It's all the thumb left over. So we had the Castmaster spinner, we had some Mustad hooks, and they're hooks. So I mean, is that you really gonna split hairs over hooks? Then we had a Euro tackle bait. And then the fourth one, and I put it in there because technically it's a duplicate, but we got scorned. But the first time we got pink, the second time we got white. So is it technically a duplicate? Because if we get another pack of worms, but they're green, technically they're different. So that one's kind of like, so 3, maybe 4 duplicates in like about a year and a half, almost a year, like 15, so a little over a year. I think for me, I haven't got that many duplicates, so I know I see like a lot of comments on the advertisement for like Mystery Tackle Box that they get a lot of duplicates, but it hasn't happened to me. So now possibly in these people are getting like the premium boxes, and maybe in the premium boxes they're running like duplicates. I don't know, because I get the basic box, but I don't have any. I've had very few duplicates. I'm very happy with Mystery Tackle Box. I'm not in any way, shape, or form sponsored or affiliated with Mystery Tackle Box, but I think this is a good product. I think this is something that if you were to purchase it, even if you just do like, say you were to get like a 6-month subscription and get 6 Mystery Tackle Boxes and then cancel, I think that at 6 months you're going to be happy with what you get. You get the basic level or higher, because if you're only going to do it for 6 months, but you're going to get at least 30 baits. You're going to get a good combination of hard baits as well as soft baits. You're going to get a great combination. I think you'd be happy. And again, I have no fight in this battle, right? Because I don't get paid. I'm not sponsored, nothing like that. But I think the Mystery Tackle Box is a good option. I think that we'll get into the other 3 boxes as they come in. But since this is going to be the first one that we do on our Fishing Fridays, I think that right now, I think Mystery Tackle Box, if I were to recommend one, right now, Mystery Tackle Box gets my highest recommendation. But of course, we haven't hit the others yet, so maybe the others will be better. I don't know. But, and they might be better on some aspects, but worse on others. But I think that when you think about packaging, when you think about cost, when you think about the products received, I mean these are not sample packs; these are full packs. When you think about the fact that they're not trying to hide the actual MSRP from you, when you take all that into account, I think that this is a pretty good box to get. Especially if you're skeptical on subscription boxes, I think that Mystery Tackle Box is a good one to start with for your fishing needs. But Anyway, that's it. If this is your first time on the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're already subscribed, if you hit that like button, it really helps me out and pushes this video out to more people. And if you leave me a comment, that also helps the algorithm push me out to more people. But anyway, until next time, keep prepping.